We are here with UC Irvine head coach David Kniffin and student athletes Tim Ennis and Hilir Henno after a 3-2 win in the first round of the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. First, coach, just an opening statement about tonight's match.
Opening statement is it's just always good to be in Hawaii, specifically on campus and in the stand. I just think the hospitality here is just fantastic. The facility's great. We feel very well taken care of. In terms of the match itself, I think as expected that Northridge was going to be good. I don't know that we thought they were going to be that good right out of the gate. That was exceptional serving, and it's not often you see a team dominate from the service line away from their home court in that fashion, especially when it's almost midnight back home. So that was really impressive. We thought if we could just survive set one without getting too rattled, we'd be able to rally a little bit in set two and reorient. And we did. But man, they just kept the pressure on. So look, that could have gone either way tonight. I hope that the speech going on in the CSUN locker room is the same that we'd be giving our guys, and I'm sure it is, just knowing Theo, is that I hope those guys know they're not defined by the win and loss column, but by the character they display and the way they compete. There's a lot to be proud of there for that CSUN team. As a program, not just tonight, but the way they've been running that place. I've got a lot of respect for that.
We'll open it up for questions from the media. Please state your name and affiliation. Questions?
Guys, congratulations. Almost made it a race to 25 again for fifth one. How's your arm feel, Hilir?
I was feeling good. I'm used to those moments.
He only swings at half the balls.
Yeah, I always swing half the ball, and 1/3 of them is with my right hand too. No, I feel good. Main focus for me and the team, I think tonight will be just great rest, great food, drink water. That'll be the main thing.
TJ Bashir's VB ELO report. Tim, kind of coming in and high leverage situation. What's going through your head as you get the call to go out there? And coach, how do you feel about his performance out there?
I'll just say that it's always tough coming off the bench. You're always going to be a little bit cold going onto the floor, but I feel so comfortable with the guys on the floor, and I can look at any one of them and fully get back in the zone, and I'm never feeling rattled out there. So, yeah, just a good game today.
In terms of my comments on his performance, I thought, as expected, coming to this, we always try not to ask anything more than what we know these guys can already do in a training environment or in a match environment. And Tim's certainly been tested over time. We had him out there early in January. A lot of people don't remember that, but he was out there and steady for us, and it has just been ready whenever called upon. So that was good. It was fun too.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
And Hilir, coming back for your senior year, this time last year, speculation on what was going to happen, but I think the importance of being here, being at Irvine, playing in matches like this. How important was set 5 for you? 15 kills for the team, 11 of them were you. You were the guy.
In the fifth?
In the fifth, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty cool. So the speech I gave to the boys was, this is not going to be my last game, but it's not going to be our last game together. So I think that fired up the boys. But I also think just hearing the crowd, just CSUN going off and listening to the Hawaii fans, it was 23-22 in the fourth, and I started hearing them, and I was like, here, boys, come here. I just said, this is not gonna happen, and turned out we won, and partly because of the crowd.
Yeah, I do think something that's important to note is we all see Hilir's stats, and those are impressive things, but the on-court leadership was noticeable tonight, just in terms of, you had a guy on the court that was directing traffic. We knew he was going to get the ball, and great players have to make great plays in big matches against top opponents, and CSUN is an absolute top 10 opponent. And the way they played tonight, they're a top 5 opponent, So, but the direction and the leadership that we had from this guy was I was very proud of it, especially just tracking on his development over the last 4 years.
I also want to add to that comment. There were a lot of moments where I was just sleeping out and just leaving the huddle or doing my own stuff, whatever. And big shout out to all the boys. To every time I was, I don't know, feeling down or I made a mistake or somebody made a mistake and I was just by myself, they just brought me back in, and I think that helped a lot. And this is super important because that's something that I wasn't aware of before coming to UCI or just volleyball in general, and that's super helpful, and I'm definitely gonna carry on.
Two quick, sorry, I didn't do that. Dave Reardon with the Star Advertiser here. Congratulations. And Coach, I know you guys get asked this a lot, but I think it's worth asking and having it out there as much as possible. This conference and its depth of some best teams in the country. Can you comment on that? And Hilir, one for you. When you, I didn't quite get it when you were talking about the fans, the Hawaii fans, and was it something that was not negative, or was it, it motivated you, or was it a mix of things, or what?
So I think it's nothing negative, but I just think they were scared of playing us.
My impression of what happened is the match is getting tight, and I do think that everybody's thinking about the at-large bid right now, as opposed to just winning. So there's a thought, I'm sure, that's sitting in the back of the minds of some Hawaii fans that if Irvine loses this and there's an at-large bid awarded in the conference, then it most certainly would go to Hawaii. I don't know that the at-large bid is defined by who won and lost tonight, or even who wins and loses tomorrow. The reality is we've lost 2 non-conference matches all year. If it goes to chalk in the MPSF, it's hard for me to imagine a scenario where you don't take 2 Big West teams to the NCAA tournament. I think the quantify, like just the objective metrics would favor us as you look at things like RPI, KPI, strength of schedule. And then the other factors that we have to consider is, for a committee, is scheduling is a choice. And to choose to schedule the toughest schedule in the country, which we did, and to come through it with only 2 non-conference losses against a team that is radically different now. When you talk about the availability of players and, the whole landscape has changed. So I would say we're even in a better position now than we were a couple weeks ago. But all we're thinking about right now is we're just excited to play Hawaii in Hawaii because
Sure.
As a competitor, I can't think of anything better than playing a great team in front of a great crowd.
Do you think we're getting close to an 8-team NCAA tournament?
Well, so the way it works this year, there will be 9 teams. There will be a play-in for the 8th spot, and then it'll feel like a true. Once we get away from that play-in, it'll be a true quarterfinal feel.
Okay.
Now, what's been approved, at least on paper, is a 12-team bracket, and we don't know exactly what that would look like, but that's pending some financial security, which that's TBD.
But I want to come back on my comment about the fans. Nothing personal, great fans. Every time we play there, it's great atmosphere, always memorable. I remember every single game that I played there, and it's always been, even if it's a loss or a win, whatever, they just clap. Good job, good game, and I love that.
But I will say, it definitely fired us up hearing that the fans didn't want us to win, so I think that was the main point.
Needed that.
there.
That's good.
Well, we like underdogs here.
Yeah.
Amen. I love it.
Who doesn't?
We got to watch 10 great sets of volleyball tonight. In both cases, the teams that had played here earlier in the season came out victorious. How big do you think having that experience was for your team?
It's a great question. I don't know, but it doesn't hurt. Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Other questions? UC Irvine will play Hawaii tomorrow, Friday evening at 10 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Hawaii time in the semifinal round. Best of luck and thanks. See you
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank you.